You said the search fast on Switch 2? I don't know, I've barely played this game since the Switch 2 has come out. Do you have a Switch 2? No? Yeah, I don't know. I also don't use detailed search anymore because of, I don't know, I'm just doing endless. I've been way too busy with Mario Kart Worlds. I finally 100%ed, well, I wouldn't say single player, but I got like triple stars on all 32 cups. That involves the 16 cup, or the 8 cups from 150cc for Grand Prix, the 8 cups from 150cc mirror for Grand Prix, the 8 cups from Knockout Tour, 150cc, and the other 8 cups are that, but mirror. Also, I put out a new clip. Check out the new clip. It's weird. I was doing Grand Prix and I was racing against Birdo, a CPU Birdo, and like I barely just passed him at the last second through the finish line. And what happened to them? The CPU Birdo, instead of getting the regular second place like you'd expect, for some reason the Grand Prix listed that they got 24th place for me passing them at the last second. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, game is bugged, I guess. I bought my car like, I don't know, in like late 2020. That was taken care of. But I didn't pay $18,000 for my car. I paid a bit cheaper, and I didn't have to take out a loan for it. So I don't have to pay anything, other than insurance, and gas, and oil changes, and everything else that comes with a car. But still, at the very least, I don't have to pay for the car itself, so that's pretty nice. You know that California's gases are the most expensive in the country, so have fun with that. Oh yeah. Don't worry, mine's kind of expensive too. Not like super expensive, but in the whole region, unfortunately, my gas station, like in the whole Phoenix Metro, is like the most expensive one when I looked at Gas Buddy, which sucks. Which makes me opt to go for one that's farther away. But the one that's like right next to me, that's walking distance, is like one of the most expensive ones. Terrible. It's like if I just drive a couple miles, I can find gas for literally $1 cheaper. Oh yeah, no, I'm used to $5 a gallon. Especially in the summer. It rarely gets to like $3 or cheaper over here. It's usually floating at around 4 or so. But last summer it was very egregious. It got up to like, I don't know, like $5.75 or something. And in the winter it gets cheaper. Because I think they use a different just because of Phoenix being Phoenix, they use different oils, you know, that are more, I guess, heat friendly, which requires additional funding. Makes it more expensive. 650 once, nice. Yeah, last I was in California, it was about $5.25-ish when I was in SoCal at least. Yeah, it's on the upper side, but I mean, you can contrast the rest of the country. I miss COVID prices. I mean, COVID prices, I would go to the local gas station, it was $2. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Expensive in Germany. The Germans and their cars and their Autobahn, man. Going like infinite number of miles per hour speed limit. Crazy. Germany has most expensive energy overall because of bad policies. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, I've never been before. Or studied up on it. I'm so, I'm choking over my words here. I'm so excited to finally have money in like 5 days. It's gonna be nice. It's been like a couple months where I've just barely had like anything, and then I get paid soon. But this is post me already having the Switch 2. Now I need to focus on this game. One mill's coming up. It's coming up soon. So yeah, I had a nice little detour for Mario Kart Tour. Worlds was fun. I mean, not Worlds. It was a fun experience. It took me 25 hours to get through everything from starting up the game to finishing the last cups for Knockout Tour on 150 meter. It was nice. Maybe one day I'll do time trials or the rest of free roam or some online matches. So that'll probably come later in the month. / maybe next month. Your friends were arguing that Peach on the GameCube is better than the Mario Kart home version, and you think that it's the worst take of all time. Peach is kind of bland in the OG. I mean, the one dynamic thing they have, I guess, is between laps, usually the tide is a little bit different. They did elongate Peach, which is where my clip took place if you watch my 1 minute clip of, you know, that weird Birdo thing. On that course. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Yeah, it's alright. I don't hate any tracks in any of the Mario Kart games, all this track. What means I should probably get a drink. Locker voice track equals focus track. But the Federations. Anyone looks good? Yeah, it's fine. I'm still like trying to memorize what the track layouts even look like. You know how it like gets etched into your soul after you know, playing them over and over and over again, like when Mario Kart 8 happened. I find it a lot harder with this game actually. Like I don't distinctly remember like the layouts of some tracks. I guess it's because there's, you know, so many to go off of. I mean, we do say that there's only 32 tracks, but the routes are different with each track. If you look at the Knockout Tour version of like a track versus like the Grand Prix mode version of a track, it's different layouts. So, and then there's mirror mode on top of that, so it's really hard to, you know. Usually we got like our tracks in like 8-pack bursts and stuff like that when we were getting DLC, well, other than the base game. But now we have like actually like 64 different things to look at, or even more, I guess. Actually, Knockout 4 has 6 sections rather than 4, so the math's even wrong there. It'll be like 32 plus 6 times 8, which is 32 plus 48 layouts. That is if we don't count the Knockout Tour as just one giant track, which it is. Oh, I gotta say though, if you ever get into the Knockout Tour and you're trying to bust out the triple stars, ooh, some of the Knockout Tour 3 stars are so freaking brutal. They're so ridiculous. Like I was trying the best part combos, and Yeah, the thing is, you have to be first place by each checkpoint, and doing that for the first lap for some of them, when you start out in 24th when you're already moving, is it's a little bit hard to get to the front of the pack. So what the hell is this course? Can't skip? Oh, I beat the level. Yeah, I have been using the blooper one. If you look at my VODs, for most of them. Although I will say that Bowser and the Reel is the heaviest combination. I've been using that for some of the knockout tours. It's been holding out well. Honestly, there is no like best setup. Well, I mean, there might be for like time trials or something, but the reason I say that is because it depends on what you're doing in the game. Because if you're playing Knockout Tour, heavy carts are preferred. I mean, heavy builds that are preferred to lighter builds, because of if you get a lead, you want to extend that lead. And there's a lot of straightaways in Knockout Tour, so that just makes you like get way farther and farther away from like everyone else, which you have to, because the rubber banding is insane for some of these damn CPUs. But I mean, if you're playing others, then yeah, skillfully, if you're good with heavyweights, and you have to be pretty skilled, because, you know, if you fuck up, then, yeah. That's popular online, is a blooper one, yeah. No, I just saw that in time trials. It's all over the place in time trials, and I've been using it myself as well. I will say I generally stick with Shy Guy or Luigi in the blooper car. Luigi if I want something a little bit heavier. Shy Guy if I'm, you know, if there's like way too many turns. If there's more straightaways than Luigi, but if I like see a lot of like straight up, you know, I have to like do or die, like with some of the knockout tours, play perfectly with Bowser, then I will just pick Bowser. Bowser has his own weight class this game, this time around. He doesn't have it shared with anyone else. It's just the Bowser weight class, the heaviest in the game. Yeah. I'm taking a look at Time Trials. Do they just have the regular circuits, or do they have the knockout tour versions as well? Stop dying to these spikes. Can't play intermission. Gotcha. I don't know if I prefer the 3 lap version of like a circuit versus like, you know, the intermission included first and second lap versions of the circuit. I mean, it's a different thing at the very least, but it does feel a little bit short in terms of the actual when you get to the circuit part. Like doing things in one lap just kind of makes it super stressful, because you're just launching to the final lap of the circuit. Other than you getting used to the circuit ahead of time. You know, with the first 2 laps. They should have done that for like Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road 64. Like, give us like an additional intro sequence would be interesting, and then launch us into the circuit for like the final lap. then that would, you know, make Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road not be so short. That could have been something they could have done. I wonder, I mean, they could still do that, technically, if they re-release it. Oh yeah, it's super long. It's not as long as Rainbow Road 64 OG, like N64 version, like not Mario Kart 8 version, but like on the. Sorry, my muted because I'm opening a box. Speaking about boxes, I'm supposed to be getting my micro SD and my controller on like the 11th. Can hear me only the music. Yeah. I said sorry. I was muted because I literally said that to the mic. I said sorry. I'm muting because I was opening a box right next to the microphone, and then I muted it again so I could do said thing, and then I now unmuted. No, that was intentional. I said sorry, I was muting because I was opening a box. And then I came back and said, speaking about boxes. I don't know if you heard that part. No, I was opening my beer box so I could drink beer. But I was doing it near my mic, so I was like, you probably don't want to hear that. 'Get my micro SD card soon, and my switch to controller. I'm excited about the new controller because the not for the actual to use them on the Switch itself, but the fact that it has extra buttons that I can use on my laptop, which I need for Maple Story. That's one of the primary reasons I wanted to get it, was to see. But I heard the D-pad still sucks, so I don't know how I feel about that. And I heard it's harder to replace the D-pad too, like harder to get into the actual controller. I will say to this day, I think Wii U Pro Controller still has hands down one of the best D-pads of all time. And I don't know why they didn't just use that. You thought 1,000 players was good, but I guess not. Yeah, we're getting kind of close to a mil. But yeah, we're getting there. I will say humble brag. I'm pretty sure I did 2,500 levels or something like that in one sitting. For my 40-hour stream. It was somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500. So I did all of that in one sitting. But don't worry, that just means I don't have a life. fact, that VOD is now recently available on the YouTube playlist thing that I have set it up. I think it's in the 2023 one of those VODs. It's either that or 2022. You also didn't really play that much then, if you only went through 1700 in the span of like multiple months. Or like a few months ago. I've been playing since day one. Trying to get 1 mil before the 6 month, 6 year, not month anniversary. I never was too big on making, although I did make levels eventually. But especially when the game first came out, I barely made like anything. I think I'm like 400 something away from 990k. Let's check. Fortunately, again, the API Tuesday is still down. That's like 400 away from 990k. 432. So by definition, yes, I am quite for 990k. If someone wants to do the science, by the way, I'm too lazy to, but if someone wants to, they can see if the load times for like in between levels, you know, when I'm in endless, compared to like one of my older VODs, is it faster or not? Specifically, the time taken when I touch like a flagpole and then enter the next level. And have the ability to control my dude again, the next level. And that depends mostly on level theme though. Oh wait, my bot, not one. Oh wait, hold on, don't redeem it. Don't redeem it, hold on. Let me fix my bot. I need to close it and reopen it because apparently it's PC'd. So yeah, it's not doing the thing that you're redeeming the channel point for. Alright, now you can try. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I was only scamming you one, you know, a few channel points on that one, but. Yeah, I just needed to reboot my, my bot. Oh, so I wrote a bot, and it takes, it's what is, you're saying that's the mini game that you're playing, basically. It's running a mini game. Well, we get plenty of that in Endless. God damn, it's so hot out. It was 108 earlier today. We're getting up there again this time of the year. Felt pretty sleepy because of it. I had to take like 2 sleep sessions. Yeah, whenever people are like, hey, do you play levels? And I'm like, no, yeah, you can take them for me. Like this palette for this situation. Oh yes, 2023, the year where the first full year where I actually had some income that were like good. It was a long time ago. And thus, my I streamed like so much that year, for like so long. And then in 2024, I was burned out a little bit. I dialed it back, but hey, in 2025 again, hey, I'm streaming every day again. Although my hours are a little bit different, you know. I stream every day now, so that's more days than 2023 that I stream, but for less time on average. Just because I've been streaming every single freaking day. I mean, give me a break. That and my Switch 1 had, well, I mean, still does technically have battery issues, but I'm not on the Switch 1 anymore, so I can stream longer. I can just go until I'm bored or sleepy. I'm not looking forward to the fact that it's going to be like 113 degrees in the next couple days. not ideal gaming conditions. I will say that is gonna make the well, that distraction from Mario Kart World so far is gonna make the push to 1 mil on time a little bit harder, but we'll see if we can make it happen. Yeah, we'll see. And I am planning on pushing like maybe a little bit more in the next upcoming days. The thing that was holding me back though was the fact that, well, one, my Switch was a ticking time bomb. My Switch 1, and 2, the Switch 2. Its launch, me having to stand in line and get one. And then Mario Kart Worlds being a thing, of course I had to play that game. I mean, come on. Everyone's got to play it if they get a Switch 2. So I got that out of the way. And then, yeah, this is where we're at right now. I do have a couple of small distractions I need to take care of, like, Pokemon is going to be like a 15 to 30 minute distraction, which is nothing in comparison to, you know, everything left. And Maple Story I gotta do weeklies, which will take me about 6 or 7 hours a week. I go see it, I gotta get more levels done. Alright, well have a good one, man. Thanks so much, I appreciate it. I still don't know how I feel about free roam mode. I think it would be a lot better, free roam mode, if... Oh, you're gonna do some gambas? Alright, have fun. I will say you're in tutorial mode until you're at S15. So once you get to S15, then shit gets real. But anyways, for my experience with Mario Kart Worlds, I will say that free roam would be nice if they had some sort of checklist of things that you already have gotten. Otherwise, it's overwhelming in the fact there's like 400 P-switches and no way to tell if you've already gotten one or not in a specific location. As same with the Peach medallions. And the question, well, okay, the question mark box they do keep track of, fortunately. But still, like, come on. Almost at 15. I need to staff this yet. No, I said that was like one of the last things I need to do is for single player. So here's the things I have left to 100% of the game. I have to do time trial stuff. I have to do I have to spam Kamek. So basically I have to go to courses specifically where I get a Kamek unlock. And there are very specific courses where there are, like, you know, things like getting the dolphin in like some beach areas or something like that. I have, you know, I don't have some of those characters, but those are the only ones I have left. I have all the costumes of the non-monster characters. I guess is what I'm calling them, like the main characters instead of, like, you know, Goomba is a monster character. Ooh, oh my god, 20. Oh, he's going for 22. Oh. Dude, I looked away for 1 second. He was about to hit 22, the goal. So what happens while you got found out for a minute is you boom. That's what the boom thing is. And the boom rate goes way up when you get to 20. I wasn't even paying attention. Holy shit, you went up good. It's just part of the minigame. But yeah, in the actual game that it's based off of, your item would explode, so I was like, okay, I need a way to punish you somehow for being unlucky. So that's what I did, is I timed you out for a minute, and then you go back to 12. So, welcome back to 12. Damn, yeah, I was looking back at the logs. He didn't even get, like, any of the 117s or 216s or whatever. He never had a 100 digits place for me to even tell him what that is. Which is part of the pity system. That's so personal. It was the bot that did it. It's part of the minigame. You boomed. You rolled the boom. That's just how it is. That's what happens when you step into the casino. And things are going super well. Like, way, way, way too well. Also, I will say, hey, you gotta ease up on the opinions, though, the bad opinions, because remember that one girl did not like what you said that one time. So I will just say that, and literally complain to me about it off screen. Not everyone will be down with that. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, no. So, it's part of the minigame. So, you were timed out for some reason. I was explaining that. So, no, I was addressing VRAM on the negative opinions. But for you, the reason you got timed out was because it was literally part of the minigame. So what happens is, if you boom, you get timed out for 1 minute by being unlucky. That's how it is. You didn't do anything wrong. You got boomed. You rolled a boom. You rolled a 6.85% chance to boom, and so you were put at 12 stars and timed out for a minute automatically. That's part of the gamble. And it's part of the minigame. That's why you got timed out. It wasn't because you said anything wrong. It was because you took part in the minigame, and you rolled the bad thing that causes a timeout. Yeah, sorry about that. You were getting way too lucky too fast, so I barely even had time to even explain the whole system. Like, you went from 15 to 21, and most people don't do that, let's just say that, very easily. You were almost at 22, which is the goal, and it generally takes a lot longer to get through that minigame. So you were extremely lucky to get to 21. 22 being the goal, of course. I mean, you can go to 25, but no one's ever gone there before because it severely drops like 3% going onwards, and the rate of boom increases by so much after that. What's up, Tuber? I forgot I had a YouTube chat for a second. How's it going, man? You just realized you spent easier wrong? You spelled easier wrong? Did you misspell spell? It's pretty ironic. You also spelled spell spin. And you're digging yourself into a hole there. Just finished, I just a little bit off topic, but I just finished using, whatever it's called, Honey Vegas for the first time, and the file size is massive. I was trying to combine the first 3 days, which are already on YouTube individually, but I just felt like putting them together. You know, the time between me starting the game to me actually 3-starring 150cc took me like 13 hours. The file size is huge though for some reason. It's like 110 gigs. I was planning on playing that online. It's gonna take a while. Another thing I might consider buying with new money is, and I don't know if I want to do this yet because I don't even see most other streamers do this, is I should go for a 4K capture card. Now that I have the Switch 2. I've had my 1080 capture card for like the past, well, since 2014, let's just say, so past 11 years. Should I upgrade and get 4K? It's gonna cost like $250. Should I do it? I'm pretty sure most people can't even see beyond 1080p, but like, I don't know. And it doesn't make that much of a difference on Twitch, but hey, I mean, you know, we always have those pixel snobs, so. Yeah, but if I'm playing Mario Kart or like other games, for example, then having that, you know, 4K option could be cool. Which currently keeps you at a 6K bitrate anyways. What's it blue? Also, does my mic sound better from the last time I was playing Paper Mario? Because I think it was that game specifically that was like super quiet or something. I apologize. Yo, what's up, man? I brought it up because I was lurking in a Roy restream and he randomly called me out, and I think he commented on that my mic audio was poor or something. So I saw that, so I wanted to address that. We're good now, right? You need therapy. What are these levels? Levels. Yeah, sounds good now. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, yeah. Paper Mario was a very, very bad example of what my microphone can do because of that game was just super quiet for some reason. So, and I barely managed. I mean, I barely invested any time in like equalizing the levels and all that. But yeah, I would be concerned because this is like a multiple $100 microphone. Like it's an actual professional microphone. So if I don't have good quality, then that is a problem. Admittedly, I do have a weird setup here where it's just kind of I'm kind of sitting in my bed, and it's like attached to like the back of my bed, like the mic arm, because I don't really have like a desk space for it. But I think it works. That's also why I don't have cam on, is because, I don't know, it looks way too dang informal. Although I will put cam on when I hit 1 mil. I'm thinking of doing cam finally again. I say again because I did it at 100k, but not a lot of people were there for that. Go to therapy. Dude, some people make some insane levels of autos. For me, I'm all like mind numbs to like, that. I think I was supposed to pay attention to the orientation of the arrows. Okay, nice. We're out of there. Switch to load, you get clears a bit faster. Is that true though? Also, sorry if my bot thought you said ads. I think loads right up as ads. Yeah, I didn't, I mean, I would like to do the science on that. Like, I want to know the transition time between levels, because I think that is important for me. In time, but it feels a lot faster. I don't know, I haven't really played a lot on the Switch 2 yet. I've been way too busy with Mario Kart World. So this is kind of like my first session where I'm actually playing Mario Maker 2 on this. And more lag setups. Wait, so are you telling me, if I touch a claw on a flagpole, I don't have to deal with that shit anymore? You know what I'm talking about, right? When some guy, like, uploads the level and they put a claw on a flagpole and you're just there for like 30 seconds? Is that issue gone now? Because that would be insane. I would be so happy. I hate that. I see it so many times. Well, I can't wait to find a level that has a claw and a flagpole. Didn't test the claw yet, but you guess that's a lot faster too. Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. We just gotta roll into that level. It'll happen eventually, but yeah, those are so plentiful for some reason and easy. Can you keep redeeming? Yeah, it's fine. You're welcome to spam that. It's one channel point for a reason. Just because of the whole gambling system. If I didn't want you to spam it, I'd make it like 1,000 or something. so you're cool with that. No. Go as much as you want. I mean, if it comes to readability for chat, I just, tell people just look at the on-stream chat if it's like too much or something. And that does not include all of the redeem messages. No, I don't get annoyed. I mean, if they get annoyed, then yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, I haven't had anything that has straight up crashed the game. There's been a couple of courses, and although they were rare in the Switch 1 era, I mean, there have been some levels that are just like straight up crash your game for some reason. I haven't found any of those yet either. I want to stop here, but he can't. It's called gambling fiction. It happens to the best of us. It's all good though, it's a one channel point, so it's cheap. Hey, you gotta go for 22 though, that's the goal. Well, actually 23 is now the new standard. Hey, what's up, Leaf? Yes, how's it going? Yeah, I wish we had access to the API, because I want to know exactly how many total players I'm at. My number one global? Yeah, that's what it says on the screen. But yes. You went down? Yeah, I don't know if you've encountered the pity system yet. Yeah, if you get to S17 and then you go down twice in a row, you get like the 100 mark and then the 200 mark, and when you have something that has 200 in the title, sorry, the state, and then you go up by 100% of the time. It's part of the pity system. Back, nice. But yeah, if you want to know, I stole that gambling system from this video game over here. Yeah, this one. Gotta go. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. I think this is the new Vancouver Velocity remix, and it sounds like a band. I like how we're getting new music in the playlist because of Mario Kart Worlds. One thing that I always found kind of bothersome about Vancouver Velocity, though, is it's a winter-themed course, like, you know, snow everywhere. But the thing is, I lived so close to Vancouver, BC, like, within, like, 50 miles, and it was not like that, like, ever. It only snows, like, 2 weeks a year, so I'm surprised they took a snowy landscape for that, and they, like, I think they really wanted to romanticize Canada or something like that, you know, because most of the other places are filled with snow, but not Vancouver. I don't know why they made that like a snowy biome place of all places for tour. It's wild. So I will always critique Mario Kart for doing that. It's like, I don't know why they made that their snowy themed course. When it only snows like 2 weeks of the year there. Maybe they're talking about the Cascade Mountains or something. I don't know, we might need some snow though over here where I live. It is kind of like going to be 113 degrees Fahrenheit in a couple days. I'm gonna be melting. I already soft locked. Okay, they made this level auto intentionally go. It's gonna take me like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours from now if I decide to grind that long to get to 990k today for total clears. But yeah, I will say that I was kind of kept busy with the whole Switch 2 coming out. And the various distractions that were put in front of me, like you know, the fact that the Switch 2 came out, and I had to stand in line for that. I was very lucky that I got it when I did, because I was very close to not getting a Switch 2 at the store that I went to, because I was like the 30th person in line out of like 35 people. I mean, sorry, they had 35 available, and there were more than 35 people, but I was 30th in line, so 5 people after me would have also gotten their Switch, and then anyone after that would have not gotten the Switch, on day 1 at least. I don't know how good they've been with restocking. I haven't been paying attention for that, but I'm just glad I got mine day 1. I've got a record in one of Braidman's levels. Me? I guess that happens when I have 170,000 almost world records. I mean, I didn't intentionally go out of my way to get that world record. I must have just got it while getting world records, you know. Take all of his anyways. There weren't any on his night. 1-1 but upside down. Maybe let me have that one. Or if you do take it, at least go into the rank 2s and take 2 of his, okay? How about that for a compromise? That way I net gain off of it. Alright. Well, you know what you must do now. You gotta take 2 of his, I mean, you know, that rank 2 guys. Alright. No, not that rank 2. Although I would think it would be funny if I could steal Endless Easies from him, because I would take all of this. They should make that a thing, just be able to steal other records than world records. That way I can just, like, decimate all my opponents. No, I had a good idea for Mario Maker 3, by the way. So you know how there's Knockout Tour in Mario Kart World? I'm calling it Worlds even though it's singular. What if they did that for Mario Maker 3? Versus or co-op, I guess. But like, you know, it's over the span of the Super World. And they have like an interact mode and a non-interact mode. Interact is where you can, you know, it's like regular versus. But non-interact is where, you know, it's like a ninja and you can't interact with them. And you're just racing them at that point. I think that would be pretty cool. But not like a ninja, like, you know, a pass thing, but like in the fact that you can't like touch them, but you're playing the level at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? Wouldn't that be cool?
But the whole thing I was trying to get through here is instead of playing one level, you play like 5 levels. You play a whole world. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be a super world, but maybe save that for like local play, not like online play. So if it was an entire super world, make that local play. But if it was like one world of a super world, then yeah, you could make that online play just because it's shorter, but still lengthy in the sense that it's longer than obviously one singular versus match, right? Way too much words for 1 a.m. Dude, I'm the one drinking here, and I understand completely. But no, I was saying for Mario Maker 3, they should introduce a new mode that's like Versus, you know, has Versus properties, but like better. Like, you could do like, not just one level, but you know how Mario Kart World has Knockout Tour? You can make it like 5 levels chained together, you know? And you try to get through all of them as fast as you can, back to back. Is that too complicated to understand? But then have like a version where you can interact with other people. You can like throw them and like, you know, do whatever you can in regular versus mode. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, have a non-interact version where you're just racing them and you can't like pick them up or anything like that. Well, I'm saying this is Mario Maker. I'm saying a super world, like one world in a super world. So we're talking about 5 different levels. I mean, it would be cool if they made levels bigger in general. Yeah, Infringio. You know what I'm talking about? Super Infringio? Yeah, you get that. Isn't that what they called it? Before they actually decided to take it down. Before SMD 35 came out. Before they took SMD 35 away anyways. It's like really... And we know that they definitely took that game down just because SMD 35 was coming out. It was called Infringio at the end of it. That's what the developer called it. And they tried to use non-Mario assets, but alas, it was still taken down anyway. Yeah, it was a very popular for a couple days game that came out just before SMD 35 did, if you remember right. But what I'm saying is, that's with actual levels, like, Infringio was with actual, like, SMD1 levels. What I'm saying is, you can do this with any, like, you know, world within a super world. Obviously not an entire super world of, like, 40 levels or something like that. That would take way too long of a match. But, you know, for players that are looking for something a little bit longer than a singular match, but not too overwhelming, let us do one world at a time. You know what I'm talking about? For like a super world. For like a random match or something. As long as all of the levels fit versus level criteria, which is be easy or normal, I'm pretty sure is the one thing they check. Because I don't think there's any expert or super expert levels in versus, like online versus, unless you intentionally vote for it. Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying in like ranked online versus, you can't vote for it, right? You get either easy or normal levels. That's just how it is. So if there was like an online version, yeah, we'd have to pick worlds that have very specifically only easy or normal levels, nothing that's extra or super extra, just to move things along. Or even like, you know, if they're going for like time, just to prevent people from playing 5 8-minute levels in a row. Maybe make sure that the like clear check time is a certain time or less, you know, if we're considering that it's going to be like a long process to do. I think that'd be pretty smart, right? Like make sure they're all within like, I don't know, like 3 minutes or something each. That way at maximum you'll have like a 15-minute session, which honestly isn't too bad for like this racing mode that I'm talking about here. Which is literally how long it takes to get through some of the knockout tours in Mario Kart World. You know, honestly, Mario himself. No, Nintendo should hire me for game dev ideas. Former rank 2. He's technically a former rank 1, but only for like half a day. He doesn't play anymore. Well, I mean, he's not that serious with world records anymore. He kind of hit rank 1. He took it from me for like half a day. In May 8, 2021. Yeah, I still remember the day. In fact, it's in my VOD. That's why I remember it. That I exported all to YouTube. And yeah, he just had it for a morning, and that was it. I took it back, and I've had it since the next 4 years. It, yeah. It's one of those, you kind of need the corner boost for it, and if none are available, then you're shit out of luck. No blocks? Well, yeah, it must have been one of those hold riders then, right? Or maybe not, but like, maybe you had to jump a little bit, I don't know. You know, now that I think about it, hold on. We were talking about, you know, SMB 35 and my whole non-interact idea. We can still make it partially interact, like through ghost mode. We can make it so that, you know, we could, I don't know, like send power-ups or something like that, like SMB 35, you know, pull in SMB 35 things. Like, for example, we could spawn additional bloopers or something. I don't know. Make it even more enemy spammy. Yeah, that was the whole, I mean, that was the entire SMB 35 gimmick. Is, if you defeat an enemy, you send it to another instance. You know, it's always 50-50 with these game levels. It's either something that can make those blocks change or not. You never know. And then people troll them, and then people anti-troll them by double trolling. Yeah, almost be at 990,000 total players, but we're almost also at 780,000 PCM instead, as you can see here. And we're gonna go for both. We're gonna go for both 1 mil for each category. So we always do have to remember where we're at museums. I mean, given it's only like, I don't know, like like a year and a half away that I'm going to hit 1 mil and end this eventually. Could put me at around 1.2 million like total players at the end of it all. And I don't think there's anyone else who's gonna go for that number. Could be wrong, but who knows. If someone does, at the very least, I can be happy that I was the first to hit 1 mil. Creating me made a grand out of stream with 20 seconds of donuts at the end of the bag. Here's what it is. About the difference. Yeah, just don't be just don't pick the wrong option, I guess. it's something about the Switch too, but I feel like we're finally getting like new remixes into the My Mix for YouTube.
I mean, those are the classic songs. By the way, as soon as I get my paycheck, by the way, for the Switch, I was thinking of, Switch, what am I talking about? On Twitch, no. Wow, I've only had 2 drinks, and wow, I'm already mixing up words. As soon as I get my paycheck, no, I was talking about a Switch-related thing, though. I was thinking of getting the Switch 2 camera with my paycheck. And Mario Kart as well. I mean, not Mario Kart. Fuck. The other game. Mario Party. Yeah, that one. But that game doesn't support that stuff until a little bit out from now. But, you know, I would just buy it in advance. Jamboree. I still haven't tested the, like, Discord-esque thing yet that it has, the game chat system. I wonder how that is. I will say one of the things I keep bitching about for the Switch that it does not have is the ability to play in handheld mode and stream at the same time. So if I do get a second Switch, like a Switch 2 Lite, I wanted to test it out and see it, you know, I saw how bad the quality was, but I wanted to test it out anyways for like a game like Mario Maker to see if that was like viable for me to be able to play it in handheld mode while streaming through game chat. It could be interesting, but it would require 2 switches, I think. Switch 2s. So whenever they release the Switch 2 Lite, I mean, I'm gonna buy it anyways because I like the Switch Lite. Yeah, I play that for whenever I'm not online. I do offline stuff with my regular Switch Lite, so. Even since the Switch 2 came out, I prefer my Switch Lite when it comes to playing Mario Maker offline. Just because it's lightweight and has a good D-pad. Decent D-pad, I should say. For some reason, they don't have that as an option for the Switch 2. A good D-pad.
Round 1, fight!
Alright guys, I think it's me watching Future on the side when I play that game in Sim Stream, so